I can't change the choppiness of the water. I can't shift the rocks that lie just below the water's surface. I can't change the direction of the wind. But as long as my goal is within sight, I can reach my destination.
In year 2007, the Tata Capital's journey started, and at the beginning of the journey itself, Mr. Tata told me very clearly that he would like Tata Capital to be one of the top 3 in financial services in the next 5 to 10 years time frame. This dream of making Tata Capital as one of the top 3 financial services company in the country cannot be achieved unless we set some kind of a goal for ourselves. Race 2015 is a step towards that direction in terms of setting some kind of a strong goal which is to be achieved by all of us by 2015. Race 2015, as you all know, stands for RACE. R, for example, stands for revenue of 6,000 crores. A stands for asset base of 50,000 crores. C stands for contribution or profit after tax of more than 1,000 crores. And E stands for engagement of all the stakeholders, whether it is in terms of measured in terms of the Gallup scorecard or the GRDQE award by 2015. So this is the journey which we have started. In the next 5 years, we will further strengthen our foundation and then take this organization towards greater achievement, where we should really be looking at making this company comparable to any global standards of financial services business. Each one of us is going to really make this dream come true. So let's start working towards getting Race 2015 objective achieved in the next 5 years.
Most number of championships won. Highest number of race victories. The highest number of pole positions. Most awards won in a season. But every time I start a new race, my trophy cabinet is always empty.
The hunger for revenue makes an enterprise profitable. You may be profitable in the first year, but unless you are striving for higher and higher revenue, the competitive advantage may just slip away. So therefore, it's essential that we all strive for a revenue growth year on year and make the company a really great one. Revenue, as the R in RACE stands for, in our context is the income that we receive from the DIM of the fund-based businesses and the fees from the fee-based businesses. Income for any company or the revenues for any company is the top line, which essentially goes towards all the spends that the company does in terms of rentals, salaries, etc., etc. And the growth in income determines the sustainability of the business, and the size of the income actually determines the dominance of the business in its competitive landscape. In Tata Capital, we have set ourselves a goal to achieve a revenue of 6,000 crores, and with that we should be one of the dominant players in the industry. And to achieve that goal, we need to run much faster than the rest of the pack, especially in a competitive landscape like the financial services. And how do we run faster? We do that by having a larger depth and a breadth of product offering, expanding our reach much beyond where we are today, both in the domestic and the international areas. And above all, we individually, each of us, need to really strive hard with all our heart and soul to generate the revenue and achieve the goal of 6,000 crores to fulfill the RACE 2015 objectives.
Thousands of hours of practice, hundreds of injuries, dozens of sleepless nights, all come together on this one day. Today is the day I went through all the pain for. Today, I fulfill my destiny. Today, I race.
Race for 2015, race for asset, has a number associated with it, 50,000 crore asset base. I think any long-standing company with its eyes on bright future sets meaningful targets during its long journey. 50,000 crore is one of the meaningful targets. 50,000 crore asset base just doesn't come in isolation. 50,000 crore asset base would mean 50,000 to 1 lakh customer base. It could also mean 2 to 3% ROA level, a profit between 1,000 to 1,200 crores. And then there are several financial parameters which will get connected and which will get linked to this milestone of 50,000 crore asset base. Scale of 50,000 crore brings in a kind of stability, a lot of strength to the company. It protects us from the ups and downs or some minor one or two cases getting into NPA causing any dent on profitability. It provides us a cushion, it provides us strength. Before we get into any international arena, the prime condition is you need to be strong on a domestic base. You need to have meaningful size and you need to have stature of a major player on the domestic ground. 50,000 crore asset base will give us that position of a dominant player in the NBFC circle. We need to acquire while we want to build a base is extremely high thrust on our efficiency levels and productivity levels. This is not only going to get us into a different orbit, but this is also going to be a great motivation for our entire team as something as engaging and attainable target.
I love being the media's blue-eyed boy. I love being featured on the sports page. I love the accolades of my team members. I love the praises from my coach. But the only reason I have all of this is because I love the race.
Every company wants to be a successful company and to be talked about. Who wouldn't want to be a super company? However, even as we achieve profitability and the other goals in Race 2015, we need to keep in mind that all companies have a duty which is above and beyond this. They have a duty to their shareholders, to their stakeholders, to the environment, to society as a whole. Profitability is extremely important for us for a variety of reasons. Firstly, it is really why companies tend to exist in the first place. It's something shareholders tend to look for. But more important, profitability is what makes employees feel engaged about their company. It is what allows us as an organization to invest in technology, to invest in our people and our other stakeholders, to participate in CSR activities and so on. So it's something which is essential for us to ensure as we go on this journey. As far as how we will achieve it is concerned, I think we are actually well placed. We have invested in branches. We now have the right number of people. We have a brand name which is second to none. We have got equity of excess of 2,000 crores. We have the ability to raise debt which is better than most others. We can raise equity if absolutely required, both through private and public sources. And we have a credit rating of AA plus, which is extremely good. So given all these advantages, I don't see any reason why we should not be able to achieve these targets for ourselves.
Next month, I plan to win the national skiing tournament. Next year, I plan to win the Canadian cross-country games. In 2 years, I plan to win the gold at the Asian Games. In 4 years, I plan to win the Olympic gold. But all of that will only be possible if I win this race today.
I'm going to take a minute or two and talk to you about the E in the race. The E is the pin that is going to hold the other three letters of race together. That's revenues, assets, and contribution. And E for us stands for two very important factors: engagement and excellence. The employees in any financial services or any services company for that matter are the only asset that leave the office every day and may or may not come back the next day. It is our job to ensure that if we are successful, if we have to achieve every target that we've set for ourselves in race 2015 is achieved, employee engagement ranks very, very high. The piece that will make us achieve our targets and be a globally benchmarked and competitive company is employees. That is all of us. The second part that is extremely important in the race 2015 is excellence, business excellence. As you are all aware, we have set ourselves a target that by 2015 we would have achieved the JRDQV award. Both business excellence and employees are inextricably linked. It is only when each one of us believe not only in the financial targets that have been set for Tata Capital, but also in our own contribution, how each one of us as an individual is going to make a difference to the company that we work for, to the company that we are shareholders in, will we achieve what we have set out to achieve. Finally, when we have all the other aspects of race and our business processes in place, we also need a structure to hold everything together, to keep measuring where we are and to keep benchmarking against the best in the world. And that is where excellence comes in. The Tata Business Excellence model is a model that has been practiced across many Tata Group companies and is a model that is benchmarked with the best in the world. If we follow all the ideals and the tenets as embedded in the Tata Business Excellence model, and we have set ourselves clear goals year on year to achieve targets within the Business Excellence model, we will have a company with some of the finest processes, systems, and benchmarks in the world. And this is what will help us become a globally benchmarked and respected company.
For me, Race 2015 is a roadmap to achieve what we deserve. A company with impressive book size and profitability along with happy and satisfied stakeholders.
Over the last year, we as a firm and everyone at Tata Capital have been focused on achieving our targets under Race 2015. Race 2015, in my opinion, gives everyone at Tata Capital a common goal to work towards and establishes the fact that we all must work together as a team to achieve these goals.
As a new joinee, Race 2015 gives me a clarity about the future of our company. It acts as a very firm belief of where we are and where we need to head.
When I think of Race 2015, the first and foremost thing that comes to my mind is clarity of vision. For example, as a team leader, it is important for me to know on a month-on-month basis what I need to do and how to achieve it over the year.
Greater engagement with our employees is the only way we will get a lead with our customers. And that is how critical engagement is to Race and to Tata Capital.
Race depicts motion. In a race, the winner is the one who has set his eyes on his goal and tirelessly pursued his ambition to win. Race 2015 is our race to win and emerge at the top. Let's go for great.
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 Tata Capital. We only do what's right for you.